What would you do if you woke up in the bed of the most powerful man in Seoul, and he believed you set him up? On a cold Seoul night, Kang Seo-yeon drifted in and out of consciousness, her head heavy from drinks she barely remembered, when she suddenly felt the mattress sink beside her, and before she could fully wake, a strong hand closed tightly around her throat as a cold voice demanded to know who let her into the room. Gasping for air, she struggled against the darkness, unable to see his face clearly until the bedside lamp snapped on, flooding the luxurious hotel suite with light and revealing the sharp, emotionless features of Jae-min, the youngest heir of a powerful Chaebol family and the man she once knew far too well. The anger in his eyes shifted to shock as he recognized her, but the warmth she remembered was gone, replaced by suspicion and icy restraint as he warned her not to call him by a familiar name because they were no longer close. Confused and shaken, Seo-yeon realized she was wrapped in nothing but hotel sheets inside a five-star suite that was not hers, her memories blurred and her dignity hanging by a thread as Min-jun accused her of deliberately crawling into his bed. She insisted she did not know how she got there, her voice trembling as panic filled her chest, but he only gave a humorless laugh, telling her that from the moment she stepped into his room, nothing was under her control anymore. When she tried to leave, he caught her wrist and pulled her back onto the bed, his presence overwhelming and his words cutting deeper than fur itself as he said quietly that she had started this. Just as the tension became unbearable, Seo-yeon jolted awake, drenched in sweat and breathing heavily, realizing it had all been the same nightmare that had haunted her again and again since that night in the hotel. The truth was that nothing had happened between them, yet the memory of his cold eyes and accusing voice still lingered like a scar that refused to fade, especially now that Jae-min was no longer just the man from her nightmare, but her husband. As morning light filled the room and a housekeeper informed her that her husband was waiting in the living room, Seo-yeon felt her heart tighten, because this time there would be no escape from reality, and the real story of that night in Seoul was only just beginning.